A funny thing happened on the way to pick a cabbage. They're starting to turn. We had rain last night, we had rain again today, and we're supposed to have rain again tonight. So everything that's starting to turn, they're going to split if we don't get them off. So I'm going to pick a few tomatoes. And what's the very first thing that I walked into? Our lemon drop cucumbers, I believe is what these are called. The storm that came through last night broke off a couple of zucchinis. We'll look at that in a minute. I think the best thing to do is just methodically go through, and anything that's got color on it, let's get it off. We did get some of those leaves broke. You gotta love a squash bug. Whenever you can, remove those. Look at this one. Well, so that's not too bad. We got 3 or 4 other ones down here that ought to be good in a couple days, especially with this rain coming. We got some crookneck squash that needs to come in. While we're over here, well, take that leaf off because it's got a little damage on it. There's one. Those are beautiful. These would definitely split if we didn't do something about it. That's some beautiful one. The wind came through, busted that right out, but we still have a couple that are coming on. That's just how fast the squash comes on. Down in there. And right behind me, I got some tomatoes that need to come in. These will finish off inside. They're going to be beautiful. This is actually working out pretty good. I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to harvest this cabbage, which looks like it's a pretty good cabbage. I've had several comments about how hard it is to grow cabbage and the little green worms that eat all these holes in here. And this is actually a pretty good time to talk about it. What I use is BT. It's called Bacillus thuringiensis. It's a bacteria that comes out of the ground, doesn't hurt anything, but when the worms eat it, they stop eating, and that's that. But it also is supposed to work on something else that I just saw, and I knew we were going to have it, but it's here now. So come on, let's take a look at this spaghetti squash, and then we'll come back and harvest this.
Dun, dun, dun.
If you can see right down in here at the bottom of the stem, see that chewed? There's at least one, if not a couple. I've used the BT spray as much as I could, but I'm going to spray the heck out of that. You're supposed to be able to inject that, but I don't have anything to do that with. Now we do have the one saving grace with the spaghetti squash. That vine borer leaves a little hole. It needs some air, and it does not want to kill its host right away. It needs to stay alive long enough for it to grow. So hopefully I got enough BT in that hole to do some good. We'll find out in the next day or two. But if you come out and lightly mist your cabbage, yeah, you're going to have a few holes, but it's going to do a lot better than if you didn't have anything protecting it. And like I say, it's Bacillus thuringiensis. It's derived from the soil. When the worms eat it, they stop eating, and that's that. So let's take a look at this. I got scolded for not taking in all of the beet leaves, but that was from somebody that didn't know that I take in a lot of beet leaves. One of my favorite things is beet leaves on hamburgers. And these, and you really can't, you're not going to eat that, or that, or that. And besides, it is so much fun opening up a cabbage. If you've never grown a cabbage and never opened one up, this is like Christmas for adults. And kind of be careful, because you don't know what kind of critters might be down in here. And there are some, I'm sure. One more, let's see. Yeah, I don't even want to take that leaf in. We got a little bit of stuff on this one. I think we'll be able to clean that up. But that is an awesome cabbage. One of the benefits I found by leaving the cabbage leaves out here is it does attract slugs. And that's one easy way to get them into a thing of soapy water. Now, that's a pretty nice cabbage. And these outside leaves, you can eat them, but these aren't very good. These have some outside holes on them. mean, we didn't spray tons of BT on it, just enough to make sure that they got a nice head going. And it's got a nice head, look at this. Now these leaves with just a couple holes, I'm not going to take that down any further. I am going to take that all in and eat the whole thing. But that is a club. Well, even through the trials and tribulations of the garden, turning into deep summer, thunderstorms when you weren't expecting it, the chance of your tomatoes splitting, vine borers in your squash, all in all, it's been a pretty good year so far. You can do this too. I think we're going to go ahead and ferment this one and make a little batch of coleslaw or a big batch of coleslaw. You can do this too. And until next time, remember, take care of yourself, take care of your family, and God bless you. Come on, let's plant.
Let's go plant garden.